Kareem Hunt is making his return to Kansas City. With Isaiah Pacheco expected to be sidelined through October, the Chiefs are bringing in Kareem. Hunt's return comes nearly 6 years after the Chiefs released him following a December 2018 incident. In 2017, Hunt led the NFL in rushing yards as a rookie with 1,327 yards and made the Pro Bowl. He was a perfect fit for the Chiefs offense then, and he still is now. The Chiefs are going to have to navigate a tough situation without their number one running back for the past 2 seasons. Isaiah Pacheco has easily been their number one running back for Kansas City, and I would even say he has been one of the most consistent players offensively, just by the way he plays and always shows up in the way he plays through contact. This is the first time he's going to be out this long with an injury, and surgery went well, so we are all praying for a quick and smooth recovery. Pacheco is expected to miss at least 6 to 8 weeks after breaking his fibula during the Chiefs' recent win against the Bengals. With Hunt joining the team, the Chiefs are hoping the 29-year-old can upgrade a backfield that currently includes rookie fullback Carson Steele and running back Samaje Perine. Perine was recently added to the roster just 3 weeks ago after being cut by the Denver Broncos. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is on the non-football illness list and isn't eligible to return until week 5. From 2019 through last season, Hunt played for the Cleveland Browns, appearing in 64 games and recording 2,285 rushing yards and 3,342 scrimmage yards. During his previous run with the Kansas City Chiefs, he racked up 2,151 rushing yards and 2,984 scrimmage yards in just 27 games. While the Chiefs aren't expecting Hunt to replicate his explosive form from his first 2 seasons, they are counting on the veteran to provide stability in the backfield while Pacheco recovers. It's been months since Kareem Hunt officially worked out with an NFL team or participated in a practice session. Dating back to the end of last season with the Cleveland Browns, Hunt has been training on his own, waiting for a team. Given the time he spent away from an NFL facility where conditioning programs and professional guidance are part of the routine, it seems reasonable to think the Chiefs would ease Hunt into action before giving him carries in a game. With the Chiefs set to visit the Falcons in just 3 days of recording this, it's a stretch to expect Hunt to immediately contribute in a significant way. However, despite the short week and Hunt's time away from the league, head coach Andy Reid left the door open for a possible return in week 3 during the team's first road game of the season. As the Chiefs head into Mercedes-Benz Stadium, they're looking notably thin in the backfield. Clyde Edwards-Helaire started the season on the NFI list and is out through at least week 4. And then, like I said, Pacheco with his injury being out 6 to 8 weeks, that's going to hurt. That leaves undrafted rookie Carson Steele, who's shown some promise in limited action but is still learning the ropes. His fumble against the Bengals could have had bigger consequences. Additionally, there's third down back Samaje Perine, who was a late preseason signing just a few weeks ago but has been targeted 3 times this season, dropping 1 on a third down against the Ravens. When Reid addressed the media this week about Hunt's return after 5.5 seasons away from the team, he acknowledged that there's a chance Hunt could be elevated from the practice squad and play on Sunday. Hunt still has a lot to familiarize himself with after being away from the team. New faces, new coaches, and a different playbook. That said, he's no stranger to these situations. With over 1,000 career carries, his experience counts for a lot. At the end of the day, football is football, and Hunt knows how to play it. For years, Andy Reid primarily relied on zone scheme runs as the foundation of his offense. While this approach fit other Kansas City running back, Isaiah Pacheco's emergence has made Reid adjust the run game to include more downhill, gap scheme runs. During Pacheco's rookie season, only 35% of his carries were in gap run schemes, according to Pro Football Focus. Last season, that number jumped to 43%, largely due to the Chiefs' postseason run, where 54% of Pacheco's playoff carries were gap run. This season, Pacheco's runs are evenly split between gap and zone schemes, with 17 of each. This 50-50 split reflects the Chiefs' evolving run game philosophy, and rookie Carson Steele fits seamlessly into it. 7 of Steele's 9 carries this season have come from gap scheme runs, and like Pacheco, Steele thrives when he can build momentum and power through a running lane. Although Steele hasn't recorded his first NFL reception yet, he proved to be an effective pass catcher in college. Over 3 seasons at Ball State and UCLA, Steele tallied 486 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns from 58 receptions. In Impressively, 43% of those catches resulted in first downs, and he had only one drop according to Pro Football Focus. This gives the Chiefs confidence that they don't need to alter their game plan to accommodate Steele. They can remain pass-heavy in neutral situations, knowing Steele can bulldoze through defenders as a checkdown option in the flat. While Samaje Perine may have an edge in timing and screen plays, Steele deserves opportunities as well. The key is getting him the ball in open space, which is why he's always been utilized as a kick returner this season. Steele made a strong impression in the Week 2 win with powerful, aggressive runs, but one of them ended in disaster, a fumble recovered by the defense. It was only Steele's 5th carry as a pro, but it highlighted a potential concern from his college days. Steele was responsible for 8 fumbles over his 3-year college career, with 3 each in his first 2 seasons and 2 in 2023. In the preseason, Steele emphasized carrying the football with 2 hands, but that technique wasn't as apparent in his regular season snaps, and it cost him in Week 2. The upside is that Steele's first major mistake in the NFL will likely serve as a learning moment, sharpening his focus on ball security moving forward. I've been very high on Carson Steele ever since we saw him in the preseason. He had, 11 carries, 88 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns in the preseason. He was also getting heavily involved in the passing game as well. I know the preseason isn't the same as the regular season defense, but I know for a fact Andy Reid can scheme up ways to get him involved. If they're going to want to win on Sunday night, they're going to need to get Xavier Worthy involved as well. 2 receptions for 14 yards isn't going to cut it. The game against the Ravens, he touched the ball 3 times, scoring twice. You need to find more plays to get him in the end zone like that. He's so fast, he can burn every single defender. But with Carson Steele, he has a lot of similarities to Isaiah Pacheco. Both of them seem like they run angry and run straight through the defense. They put their head down and they run at the ground hard. Carson Steele, if he can put 2 hands on the ball and he doesn't fumble that, he could go on to have a big game against the Bengals. He could have also almost gotten the red zone as well. So I think Carson Steele is going to be the Chiefs' best option at the moment because he's a bigger guy, he's a fullback, and he can run straight through the gap, and he can run really well after the contact. So far this season, he's averaging 2.5 yards after contact, but I promise you that number is only going to increase. He's going to be a threat in the red zone as well, whether he's a pass catcher or running straight into the end zone. I would expect to see Carson Steele get the primary snaps at running back. Samaje Perine as well may get some opportunities, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see Kareem Hunt get a fair opportunity on Sunday. I know Andy Reid is saying it's a possibility, but Kareem Hunt is still a solid player. I mean, from what we saw at least when he was in Cleveland, he just didn't have a fair opportunity running behind Nick Chubb. The Chiefs need a guy like Kareem Hunt, and Kareem Hunt has played with Mahomes. He can be a receiving back as well. We've seen all the plays with him hurdling over defenders. This is a guy that can come in and fill Isaiah Pacheco's spot as best as possible, and it is a very smart pickup for the Chiefs regardless of what may have happened in the past. Like they said, he matured, and he's going to show the rest of Chiefs Kingdom that he's going to help this team get wins, and that he's going to be a big part while Isaiah Pacheco is out. While Steele has shown he can contribute to the Chiefs' first-team offense, that doesn't necessarily mean he's ready to be the team's lead back. There's a good chance that Perine will use more usage, leading to a shared backfield workload. However, Steele's acceleration and ability to run through contact makes him an intriguing option. It's why he deserves the opportunity to prove whether he can handle the starting role for the Chiefs. When we all saw him in preseason, we were very excited for the opportunity that the Chiefs have with Carson Steele, and now it's looking like this is going to be his biggest moment to prove himself. I fully believe in Carson Steele. Let me know what you guys think down below of this whole situation with the Chiefs running back situation. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn the notification bell on so you never miss a Chiefs video or any video at all. Comment down below what you're looking forward to most for this game on Sunday. I think Chris Jones is going for at least 3+ sacks. This offensive line is going to give Kirk Cousins some trouble. I will be in Atlanta at the game as well, so make sure you don't miss my video after that game because I will be showing my footage from that game. If you haven't already, make sure you guys leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.